Tirunelli temple is an ancient temple dedicated to Lord Mahavishnu located on Wayanad in Kerala near the border with Karnataka state. No proper records of the exact dates of establishment of temple exist, though it is beyond dispute that Tirunelli was once an important town and pilgrim center in the middle of an inaccessible jungle valley surrounded by mountains on four sides. There exists documentary proof that Tirunelli at the time of Chera king Bhaskara Ravivarma was an important town and pilgrim center in South India. In the dense forest surrounding temple, the ruins of two ancient villages can be found. The name Tirunelli derives from the Nelli, the word for Indian gooseberry of the Amla tree. Veda Vyasa wrote the 18 existing Puranas. The Matsya Purana, Skanda Purana, Narasimha Purana, Padma Purana, and many other Puranas and Hindu texts mention the beautiful Vishnu temple as being built by Lord Brahma, located in the picturesque Sahya Valley, deep in the middle of forest of unmatchable beauty, and in these texts it is referred to as Sahyamalaga Kshetra. According to tradition, Lord Brahma was traveling round the universe on his Hamsa when he became attracted by the beauty of the area now known as Brahmagiri Hill. Descending on that spot, Brahma noticed an idol set in an amla tree. Brahma recognized the idol as Lord Vishnu himself and the place as Vaikunta itself. With the help of the Devas, Brahma installed the idol and called it Sahyamalakshetra. At Brahma's request, Vishnu promised that the waters of the area would wash away all sins. Thus, the spring and river near the temple is called Pabanashini, washes away all sins. Even today, the head priest of the temple leaves a portion of the worship materials in the belief that Lord Brahma himself will come and perform puja rites deep in the holy hours of morning. The famous incarnation of Lord Vishnu, Parashurama, is reputed to have visited Tirunelli and performed last rites of his father, said Jamdagini. He also took immersion in the Pabanashini to wipe away sins committed in killing Kshatriyas. Kottayur temple and Thrissur temple are inextricably linked with legends and folklore to Tirunelli temple. There exists an old route which traverses Narinirangi Mala to connect with Thrissur Mahadeva Lord Shiva temple. In earlier days, all devotees who visited Thrissur used to undertake the arduous crossing of Narinirangi Mala to pay respect to Lord Vishnu and Brahma at Tirunelli. The journey was fraught with danger and might have been comparable to hardships of early Shabarimala pilgrimages. Emanating from the heart of Brahmagiri forest, flowing through roots, leaves and flowers of ancient trees and medicinal herbs, Pabanashini is a holy mountain stream accessible northwest of the temple premises. Pilgrims bathe here as they consider its waters to be sacred with powers to absolve one's sins. Further, the temple offers services to immerse cremation ashes in the sacred mountain stream to be thus carried to Kaveri river and from there to the ocean. This is a part of the last rites. Panchatirtham, the holy temple pond. Panchatirtham is the holy temple pond. One notable feature of the temple is the lack of a temple well. Hence, water is transported from a perennial mountain stream deep in the valley by impressive stone aqueducts right into the priest's room. Tirunelli is famous as the destination to perform last rites of the deceased at the rock close to Pabanashini stream. The temple exists in the plains surrounded on all the four sides of huge mountain ranges. In the center of the plain land, on a high hill, as it placed on a plateau, there is no well in the temple. There were no other means also to get water. In the past, water was brought from Pabanashni for the use in the temple, which was at a long distance. Because of the acute scarcity of water, the difficulties experienced cannot be explained. It was at his time that a Tamburati, a lady of nobility of Varika Nayanar, family of North Malabar, visited the temple. She was the wife of Chirakal king. After circumambulating the temple, she received the prasadam, the remnants of the offerings made to the deity, from the main priest. She then asked the Shanti for some drinking water. He replied that the water which he carried from a long distance with great difficulty was exhausted. Tamburati, who came to know of the acute scarcity of water at the temple, decided that she will take food only after making arrangements for getting water inside the temple. Those who accompanied her knew her strong will, power, and determination. They took some workmen, ascended the hill, and started looking for a perennial source of water supply. Approximately a mile away in the plains of Brahmagiri, amidst dense forests, they came across an eternal spring known as Varaha. At once, bamboo, which was available in abundance, was cut in the shape of a channel and joined together to form a continuous channel with short bamboo stumps as support and crystal clear spring water made to flow and reach the temple. Only after achieving this, the Tamburati ate her food and water. On reaching her abode, she deputed masons to replace the temporary bamboo structure with granite on a permanent basis. This is the granite structure is seen these days. With this, the water shortage at the temple ended. Presently, pure spring water reaches the temple kitchen of the temple on a continuous basis. The expertise of those indigenous craftsmen of those days is astonishing. Om Namo Narayana.